because UFOs are a definite matter of national security, those national security decision makers have made it certain that the subject remains out of sight as much as possible. Is this not obvious by now? Now, why would they do this? Well, many reasons. Let's touch on the matter of oil, because even a child can understand that these objects don't need oil to go from point A to point B. Whatever powers flying saucers, it's something different, something better. So if the president were to announce the reality of these things, how long do you think it would take before scientists openly begin to study the nature of the propulsion and power system of UFOs? This would immediately challenge oil, not simply as the world's leading source of power, but it would severely threaten the entire global financial system, which is based upon oil. And probably 90% of the value of any product you can think of is determined by the energy that went into making and transporting it, and in most cases that means oil. To say nothing of the millions of jobs that rely on the petroleum industry. We're talking one big overhaul of everything that matters in the global economy. Can we think for an instant that those individuals in the know haven't thought about this? Especially if there is a holy grail involved, some form of free energy. What if this new form of energy can't be easily monetized? What if? Could the global financial structure afford free energy? A perverse question, to be sure, but one that has to be important to those individuals at the top of the human power structure. And of course, there is the political nightmare. Any announcement of this reality would come at the cost of worldwide public anger. No one wants to learn that they've been lied to for an entire human lifetime. They would want to know just how this secret was kept. That's very, very big key right there. In fact, there are a number of well-researched UFO crash events, so suppose for a moment that it happened. That would mean that the cover-up involves much more than mere knowledge of other beings here on planet Earth. It would mean there is possession of such advanced technology as to be nearly incomprehensible, at least at first. Hard to consider, and yet an inevitable conclusion. So what happens when teams of brilliant scientists with total secrecy and nearly limitless black budget funds are able to study recovered alien technology for many years and even decades? Could it not be that, given enough time and effort, even if they couldn't replicate what they found, they might have learned a few things? Some such claims have been made, and it's reasonable to suppose that breakthroughs would have been made. Breakthroughs such as solid-state electronics, fiber optics, high-tensile fibers, lasers, and an array of other money-making opportunities for the defense and other industries. None of this has been proven, but it is also true that the private research undertaken in classified environments is not easy for outside researchers to observe. And in fact, it would be very easy to hide the Roswell connection in the historical treatment of these and other technologies. Another relevant consideration of such breakthroughs is that they would reduce to zero any incentive to reveal the secret to the public. Why give up the goose that lays golden eggs? But now matters become even more interesting. Because what if some of the breakthroughs were even more significant? What if they included secrets to what is known as field propulsion or electrogravitics? What if they led to a new source of energy, something that could replace petroleum? How far ahead might some of that classified world be? Those of us on the outside trying to peek in can only make educated guesses or investigate occasional leaps. My own conclusion, at least for now, is that they are very far ahead indeed, with the ability even to enter and leave Earth orbit with much greater ease than people suspect, perhaps a clandestine space fleet. Most likely a significant built infrastructure, a large portion of which is deep underground, and even, why not, possible encounters with non-human intelligences? Why would that be so impossible? To what extent would such a group even answer to the President of the United States? Do they rather answer to private international financial powers, which basically is how the whole world already operates?